Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Hi students, good evening to everyone. In this video session, I would like to continue about our 11th standard chapter, circulation and body fluids. In that, several topics already we covered. Lymphatic system we covered, and how body fluids in that body fluids, lymphatic system completed, and then blood circulation. Okay, how the blood pumping by the heart that we seen in the cardiac cycle. Up to cardiac cycle we complete. In that cardiac cycle last, I said about cardiac output, okay, and stroke volume. These are the two important things. The continuation of that one. Here human blood circulation we called as a double circulation. That already we studied that statement. Why human being blood circulation called as a double circulation? How our heart function, okay, that mean how our heart functions are controlling by the different parts. Okay, what are the different parts? Whether it is a autonomous or any other important structures are controlling our heart functions. That and all we will know in this video session. Okay, let me start today video session. Paranga, first column, double circulation. Here before starting about the double circulation, cardiac cycle I will be recall. In the cardiac cycle, how heart contract and relaxation is occurs. At the time of the heart contraction and relaxation, two sounds will come. Labbo dabbo, in which situation that sounds will come at the closing of two type of valves already we discussed, and the total cardiac cycle contains the three steps, basically three steps, but we are joined one more step, that is first one, resting stage, okay, cardiac diastole, then first step atrial systole, then ventricular systole, then cardiac diastole. These are the thing, correct na? Okay, so totally within these three steps, blood is pumped by the heart. Okay, how mean nodal tissues by the action potential generated by the nodal tissues that located in this place, sinoatrial node, AV node. Recall nanana. Now by the totally for every 1 minute, heart will be show 72 times heartbeats. Each and every one time of heartbeat, how much volume is sended by the heart, that we called as a cardiac stroke volume. For 1 minute, how much volume of the blood is circulated or pumping by the heart, that we called as a cardiac output. Recalled kadana. Now see here double circulation. In this double circulation, what will happen mean, two type of circulations we seen in these our circulation. What is that two circulations? One is a pulmonary circulation, another one is a systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation tells about how blood is receiving or sending to lungs. Okay, how blood sending from the heart to lungs and lungs to heart. The total circulation we called as a pulmonary circulation. Inga parunga nanna, I will explain one more time continuationally. here blood double circulation means heart will get blood in 2 times in the total blood circulation. How means from the lungs to heart, okay, and then heart to body parts. These are the 2 steps, okay. See, the diagrammatic explanation time I will explain here. See here, this is the lungs. Lungs contains with oxygenated blood. That oxygenated blood will be carrying from the lungs to, it will supplying the pulmonary vein. With the help of the pulmonary veins, it open into the which part? Left atrium kadanana. This is the left side, left atrium. So left atrium contains oxygenated blood. That left atrium onwards blood will be enter into the left ventricle due to the contraction of the atriums, correct now. So oxygenated blood is reach the this left ventricle. Now that left ventricle onwards, ventricle contraction time, oxygenated blood will be supplying to the body parts with the help of the systemic aorta. Systemic aorta, shortcutly we called as a aorta. By the aorta, oxygenated blood will be sent to the body parts with the help of the aorta. Now body parts are receiving the oxygenated blood. Now that oxygenated blood will be utilizing by the body parts, by the utilization, by the consumption of the oxygen, body parts are generate the carbon dioxide, correct now. That carbon dioxide send it to the lungs. Before sending to the carbon dioxide gas into the lungs, again it will want to reach heart. So from the body parts onwards, different vena cavas, post and pre-vena cavas, through that help, deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide containing blood will be reach the here. This is the right atrium, correct now. So right atrium receiving the carbon dioxide containing blood from the body parts with the help of the vena cavas. So finally blood reach the right atrium. Right atrium onwards blood will be going to the through the atrioventricular septa onwards here, which wall? Mitral tricapsid wall onwards. Carbon dioxide blood will be reach the this side. Correct na? This side means here right ventricle. That right ventricle onwards blood, carbon dioxide containing blood will be reach lungs with the help of the pulmonary arteries. Left and right pulmonary arteries are left and right pulmonary arteries are open into the carrying the carbon dioxide containing blood to the lungs. Okay. Again in the lungs, by the exchanging of gases, lungs receiving the carbon dioxide and then they are giving to the blood to oxygen, then again oxygenated blood will be transported to the left atrium with the help of the pulmonary veins. Just one more time fastly I will tell now. See paranganana here, by the different veins and arteries, blood will receiving the heart will receive the blood in the twice in the total circulation. That we called as a double circulation. Here in the double circulation, one circulation name is a pulmonary circulation, another thing is a systemic circulation. Pulmonary circulation tells about the blood supplying from the heart to lungs, how blood is transporting in between of lungs to heart, and systemic circulation tells about how blood is transported to with the help of different veins and arteries in between of the body parts to heart. Okay, got it na? Now see here the total circulation I will tell. Then whether you know, remembered or not, on the heart diagrammatic explanation time, these are the lower part ventricles, these are the upper parts atriums. This side is a left, this side is a right kada. Now I will tell from here onwards. Here left ventricle, this is the left ventricle, oxygenated blood. That left ventricle oxygenated blood by the systemic aorta. On the diagram, that curve will become like this. So that with the help of the systemic aorta, oxygenated blood is carrying to the up to body parts. Now body parts are receiving that oxygen, they are giving to the carbon dioxide. Now that carbon dioxide mixing blood here carrying by the vena cava, so pre-vena cava and post-vena cava, it will be open into the right atrium. That right atrium onwards, blood will be going to the downfall and the appropriate ventricle, that is a right ventricle, by the contraction of the atriums. So right atrium onwards, blood will enter into the right ventricle, that deoxygenated blood, that up to these stage we call it the systemic circulation. What we see here, heart to body parts, body part to heart, how the blood is supplied. Okay, completed. Now again here in the right ventricle containing with the deoxygenated blood, that deoxygenated blood will be transported by the pulmonary arteries to lungs. Okay, then lungs are exchanging the gases. Then that exchanging gas onwards, carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere, oxygen is involving in the blood. That oxygen involved blood, oxygenated blood again from the lungs onwards, with the help of the pulmonary veins, they are reach the left atrium. That left atrium onwards again it drained into the down appropriate ventricle, that is left ventricle. Now left ventricle onwards, already we discussed how the blood is supplying to the body parts. Now what I said here, heart to lungs, lungs to heart, how the blood is supplying, that I said. That such circulation we call the pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary indicates lungs, systemic indicates body parts. Just recall like that, remember like that. Okay. Now this is the time to recall very important thing. When I am explanation time, some of the students are getting some doubt. What is that doubt? Basically arteries are carrying the oxygenated blood and veins are carries to deoxygenated blood. That is a general statement, but a little exceptional statements are there. All the arteries are carrying the oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries. Here this side pointer place paranga. Pulmonary arteries are, arteries means what? Which are the blood vessels are carrying the blood heart to different body parts, that we call as arteries. Okay, so here some of the blood vessels carrying the blood heart to lungs, those vessels arteries. Now arteries, basically what statement, arteries are containing with the oxygenated blood now, but except pulmonary artery carrying the deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide containing blood to supply to the lungs, except this. Okay, then now come to the next one. Another thing here, simultaneously pulmonary vein always carrying the deoxygenated blood, but exception pulmonary veins, that pulmonary veins carrying the oxygenated blood. Okay, vein anna meaning anna, which of the blood vessels are transporting the blood from the different body parts to heart, those blood vessels we call as a veins. So here pulmonary vein, not like other veins, pulmonary vein containing the oxygenated blood. These two statements you should be remember. Okay, all the arteries are carrying the oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries, and all veins are carries the deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins. Okay, that you should be remember. Okay, then if you understand, this is the upper part. This upper part tells about the pulmonary circulation. This is the systemic circulation. Now come to the explanation. Carbon dioxide containing blood pumped by the right ventricle enter to the pulmonary artery. Here right ventricle edanna idi kada, pulmonary ventricle onwards, which one? Which is the pulmonary arteries. Here pulmonary arteries, and whereas the left ventricle pumps the blood, which blood? Oxygenated, this is the left ventricle, into the aorta. Here onwards aorta will come, that only I mentioned systemic aorta, by the ventricular contraction. And which time it is happens? Ventricular systole. Ventricular contraction and ventricular systole and both are same only now. So by that this step will be occurs. And then next lungs, oxygenated blood carried by the pulmonary veins. From the lungs onwards, oxygenated blood carried by the pulmonary veins, left and right pulmonary veins, into the left atrium. Which is the left atrium? Okay, this is the left atrium. Correct now? Sorry, this is the left atrium. So this is the left atrium filled with the oxygenated blood. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide blood from the body parts carried by the vena cava, pre and superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, post vena cava is there now. These and all, those and all taking the carbon dioxide containing blood emitted into the right atrium. Which is the right atrium? This is the right atrium. So this is the reason for here always left side of our heart oxygenated blood, right side of our heart always it is a deoxygenated blood, carbon dioxide containing blood. Here these vertically two partitions, oxygenated and deoxygenated. These transverally two parts, pulmonary circulation and then systemic circulation. These two should be remembered. Here along with these circulations, some of the minute blood vessels we seen in our body. Those blood vessels are we called as a portal system. Portal system. In the first column corner paranganana portal system. In this portal system, what I want to say, which of the blood circulations begin with the capillary, end with the capillary. Capillary anna meaning anna a small blood vessels connecting of arteries and veins. The both edges of the arteries and veins, nothing but arteriole and venule. Both arteriole and venules are connecting to each other with the help of the capillaries. Now the same type of capillaries are involving into the formation of the one transport system. So which of the blood supply blood vessels are begins with the capillaries or end with the capillaries, such a type of circulation we call as a portal system. Okay, this is now I will tell simple logic nana. Here if you take our circulatory system is a blood our railway system, railway transport, one junction to another junction, big railway stations having the lot of trains. Some of the some villages okay are present in some other places. From the other side also, I mean minor track, we call it a minor track. That minor tracks onwards also some of the blood some of the train transport is there, but not often. Okay, so situationally like that here up to now what we discussed is blood vessels, those and all major blood circulation blood vessels. Now a small blood vessels are present in between the two organs, not at involving of any heart. Here blood circulation process not at involving of heart, simply in the one of the blood circulation pathway present in between the two organs. So such a type of blood circulation we called as a circulation. Okay, see Nana, I will explain. Blood vessels start in the capillaries and end with the capillaries. Such a type of circulatory system we call as a portal system. In our body, hepatoportal system irukku. Okay, if you see in the frog body having the renal portal system. Now I will tell what is the logic. Hepatoportal system present in between the alimentary canal to liver. Liver ki nickname hepato kadana. Liver ki nickname hepato. Hepato indicates the liver. So here one circulatory pathway, that circulatory pathway present in between of digestive tract and then liver. What is the reason? What is the significance of it? We want to know. Okay, see what I am explaining here, portal circulatory system. Portal circulatory system in our body, hepatoportal circulatory system, that is present in between the digestive tract and liver. What is the circulatory system significance anna? After digestion of the food, the digested food, it is dissolved in the blood. That blood will be sent to the liver. Liver is a check post. In the digestive system explanation time, liver player act as a check post, and then excessive glucose. In our food we add anything excessive glucose components, that excessive glucose everything is stored in the form of the glycogen in the place of the liver. Correct na? Glucose metabolisms is controlling by the liver, that we seen. Gluconeogenesis, glyconeogenesis, glycolysis, these and all we seen. Okay, that is one reason. So digestion food transported to directly liver act as a check post. Not only that, liver is a antitoxic kadanana. Unfortunately, if any one person is taken something toxic substances in with their food, that toxic substances are checked by the liver, it will start to detoxificate. That too, if the toxic nature substances are little quantity. When they take more quantity, the total liver tissue will damage. Now this is a time to explain one important thing. That thing is, who is oftenly is drank, okay, alcohol. Those people suffering with liver cancer or hepatic problems, because of that what they drank, that alcohol content will be reach the liver, because of liver is a antitoxic now. So lot of alcoholic deposit in the place of the liver, so it causes the malfunctioning of the liver or damaging of the liver part. Even though liver is a auto-regenerating organ, so if any one liver part is damaged, the remaining liver part will be recover the damaged part. Unfortunately, if any person liver totally damaged, the same family members, anyone is willing to give a liver piece, replantation, total liver avasaramille, just simply a small piece of liver, if they are planted, it will regenerate. Okay, that is the thing. But why I said these and all means regarding the liver topic, here why hepatoportal system is included in our body, that is nothing but liver act as a check post. So that's why, for the purpose of the glucose metabolism and anti-toxifications purpose, these circulation will be useful. Okay, and then coronary circulation. Okay, up to now we discussed double circulation and portal circulation. A very significant circulation we want to know, that is a coronary circulation. Coronary means not a virus. Okay, corona indicates heart. Okay, each and every part of our body having the nickname. Hepatic means liver, and renal means kidney, like that. Corona means nothing but heart. Here heart wall also requires oxygen supply. So that which of the blood vessels are supplying the oxygen and which of the blood vessels are taking the deoxygenated blood from the heart walls, those circulation, such a circulation we called as a coronary circulation. In the coronary circulations, coronary arteries are there, carotid veins or coronary veins are there. What are the significant role? You know, arteries are carrying the oxygenated blood to supply the oxygenated blood to their body, heart walls, and then veins are receiving the deoxygenated blood or carbon dioxide from the heart wall. These carotid veins or coronary veins are open into the one small big vessel that we call as a coronary sinus. That coronary sinus open into these right atrium. These and all we seen. What we completed in the first column, double circulation we completed, and portal system or coronary circulation we completed. This is the how heart is pumping the blood to different body parts, how it will receiving the blood from the different body parts. That totally completed. Now how heart function, how the heart function is moderating, that we can continue in the second column. Regulation of cardiac activity. Cardiac activity means cardiac functioning, how it is regulated, what are the structures are regulating its function. See, it is easy to know. Already you know some of the concept here. Cardiac activity basically normally in the normal time it is a controlling by the auto-regulated. Why auto-regulated? Anna heart beats, okay, lub dub or heart functioning, contract and relaxation. That is a totally under controlling of the a special muscle nodal tissue is presence in the heart. Correct kada? That muscle tissues we called as a sinoatrial node and AV node, bundle of his Purkinje fibers. Okay, sinoatrial node act as a pacemaker kada. That pacemaker only generate the action potential kada. That action potential to reach the AV nodes. That AV nodes onwards bundle of his onwards Purkinje fibers are distribute the electric energy or action potential to the total heart. That heart, by the effect of that action potential only, heart will be contract. Correct na? Heart muscles, cardiac muscles will contract. So here general condition, heart activities or everything is controlling by the generally normal activities controlling by the nodal tissues, that is a sinoatrial node, SAN, AV node, atrioventricular node. Okay, then come to the next one, special center. Along with these nodal tissue, a special center is not at presence on heart structure, it is a presence on the brain. Now you get it one thing. In our body, all the organs functions under controlling by the brain. I mean, our response, these and all. Okay, but heart function is not like that. If for example, if you take any brain dead person, after brain death also still he is alive, no doubt at all. But the person cannot give any response. Now you got understand, you got point. So here special center in the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is one of the part in the brain, hind brain. It moderate the cardiac functions through the autonomous nervous system. In our nervous system, two type of nervous system, central nervous system and systemic nervous system. Okay, in that somatic nervous system. In that somatic nervous system again parasympathetic nervous system. That sympathetic, parasympathetic also is there. Autonomous nervous system. These are the several types. See, here we want to know about autonomous nervous system. Autonomous nervous system means which is the nervous system can able to regulate their own self, that we call the autonomous nervous system. Autonomous college is theriyum kadanna. Autonomous college is meaning anna their ruling capacity, they have their own self. It is recognizing by the university, but ruling capacity is their own self. They can able to conducting their own exams, the examination patterns are everything designed by their own self. Okay, what is orders are given by the university, they do not follow. Okay, just they are getting recognition from the university, remaining all are controlling bodies or everything is their own self. Such a type of colleges we call the autonomous colleges. Some of the places we see in the such a type of autonomous engineering colleges, degree colleges. Why I given that these explanation means autonomous nervous system. That autonomous nervous system simply controlling by their own self. Here autonomous nervous system two types, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Here nerve signals through the sympathetic nerves. Sympathetic nerve system always increasing of heartbeat. Okay, increasing of cardiac activities. What it is, how it will increase? See, when the sympathetic nervous system is activated, automatically heartbeat increasing of beat. Heartbeat means for 1 minute our heart will beat 72 times, more than 72 times. It is average rate. Maybe it will be cross the 90. That is indicates the heartbeat is increases. Okay. By the heartbeat is increases, automatically it strengthens the ventricular contraction, increases ventricular contraction because of cardiac beating and then ventricular contraction, both are directly proportional. How many times our ventriculars are contracted, that many number of times heartbeat will beat. I mean left dub sound will become correct now. So here what I am saying, so directly proportional these. So ventricular contraction is occurs, finally it is directly affected to the heartbeat also increase. So heartbeat is increase aymanna, it increases the cardiac output. For 1 minute how much blood is came out from the heart or pumping by the heart, when okay, that we call as a cardiac output, correct na? So sympathetic nervous system is increasing of heartbeat activities, and then simultaneously if you want to control that increased heartbeat rate, so simultaneously in our body opposite activity given by the parasympathetic system, that parasympathetic system decrease the rate of heartbeat. How it will decrease? It control the speed of contraction action potential. So here heart contraction and relaxation totally in the controlling of the sinoatrial node generating action potential now. So sinoatrial node is decreasing of generation of the action potential. What it will have indicates cardiac output will decrease. So that only here mentioned, decreasing of the rate of heartbeat, speed of contraction of action, conduction of action potential will be slow down. So speed slow down and a decreasing of cardiac output decreasing. So here sympathetic system, central sympathetic nervous system is increasing of heartbeat and increasing of cardiac output. Here parasympathetic controlling. Along with these things, some of the hormones are playing important role in the effect of the cardiac activity. One is adrenal medullary hormones. What is the adrenal medullary hormones? Epinephrine, norepinephrine. 10th standard you studied this concept. So these epinephrine and norepinephrine's will releasing at the time of critical situations. So that's why these medullary hormones we called as a flight and fight hormones. If you want to escape from the one place, one dangerous place, or else if you want to fight against the one person, on that time we need some of the aggressive nature. So that aggressive nature is stimulated by these epinephrine and then norepinephrine. So these and all increasing of our heartbeat, our pupil of eye, these and all controlling by the adrenal medulla. Okay, and then simultaneously one more hormone, thyroxine, it is secreted by the our thyroid gland. It is also increasing of heartbeat and cardiac output. Okay, what you learned from the second column, Nana, how our heart functions are regulated by the different things, different parts, so different secretions. Here basically nodal tissue, sinoatrial node, AV node, sometimes nervous system also, central nervous system parts also involved, that but it is autonomous nervous system, which part medulla oblongata play an important role. From there onwards it is act as a autonomous nervous system. In the autonomous nervous system it two parts, one is sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic system increasing the heart rate and cardiac output, and parasympathetic decreasing of heart rate and decreasing of cardiac output. Along with that adrenal medullary hormones, epinephrine and norepinephrine and thyroxine also increasing of heartbeats by the simultaneously. If a heartbeat is increased automatically cardiac output statement, you know, from 1 minute how much volume is pumped by the heart, blood, how much volume of the blood pumped by the heart ventricles, that we called as a cardiac output. Okay, what we covered: double circulation and portal system, coronary circulation, regulation of cardiac activities. These concept we completed. In the next video this chapter will be going to complete the differentiation of the arteries and veins and blood vessel structure, and then disorders of the heart circulatory disorders. These and all we will discuss in the next. Okay, let me wait up to next video now. Thank you.